Chantal,
Yes.
how great it is to see you again.
Absolutely.
For those who maybe don't know all the details of Chantal, she, 14 gold medals,
Yes.
21 medals in total.
Yes.
Paralympics, Olympics, Commonwealth Games, star in the Walk of Fame. I could go along. Athlete of the Year in 2008. It's really a great pedigree, if you will, and very exciting. But I'd like you if we could back up a little bit and tell us, if you would, about the day that changed your life and created all that in some way, the accident that you had.
Well, I guess for me it did start with one big challenge, and of course that challenge is my accident that I had when I was 13. I come from a small town, Saint-Marc-des-Carrières, 2,000-3,000 people, and we were actually visiting some friends of the family who had a farm. There was a big barn door, and the barn door was broken and laying on the ground, and we had this plan that we were going to lift the door, put some kind of a crate underneath it, and transform it into some kind of a jumping ramp for bicycles. Sure. I was holding the door like that, and I couldn't hold it for very, very long, and the door fell on me, and that's how I broke my spinal cord. And so with that farm accident, I became a paraplegic at the age of 13. So I think at the time I did not realize how life-changing this was going to be.
Now you've achieved so many amazing things. How do you look back at that accident? I mean, you've had a life that maybe nobody has had. You may be the most decorated athlete in Canadian history. How do you put that whole thing into perspective? Obviously, you wouldn't want to live that accident over again, but
I don't know what my life would have been without the accident. I know I wouldn't change the life I have.
Sure.
So I guess I'm just very at peace with living in the moment. And I guess one of the quality that I've always had is being present in my life at the moment where I live it. Like as an athlete, it's never about the medal that you just won. It's about what you do today and what you do tomorrow. So I think it's all part of that. You know, life is what happens today.
You live your life now and a speaking career by a series of principles. One of them, as you've mentioned already, is attitude.
Yeah.
The importance of having a good attitude. So where does that come from? What's that about?
I believe in choices. I believe that, you know, you have your life, you have maybe your genes, environment, education, but at some point, as an individual, I believe you can choose to be happy. You can choose to make your life what you want it to be. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy, you know. Yes. It's going to come to you. But I think you can make those choices, and I think attitude is a choice that you can make. I don't think you are a victim of being positive or negative. I think you can wake up and decide that, you know, I want this life and I want to be positive and I want to be happy and I want to make things happen.
One of the other characteristics is a determination. You have to have a determination. You talk about. Well, that drive, so is that something you just grab yourself by the scruff of the neck? What is determination? Being
successful in your life really is a perfect balance with attitude, passion, and determination. And the passion, it's what drives everything, you know. Sure. The passion is, and it's one that you need to find for yourself. You need to love what you do and do what you love, like they say, but it's not always easy. And even if you find a passion for example, the sport I was in, there are many things that is not so much fun. Like it still involves a lot of work and hours and discipline. But deep down, you need to. I believe in having some fun in what we do, even if it's hard work. Yeah. And to me, it does start with having a great passion and choosing to follow these passions, and then having a positive attitude. And then adding determination, because even if you are a very positive person, passionate for what you do, it's not going to happen if you don't work hard and if you're not determined to make it happen. Like it's going to be difficult and challenging, and you have to keep up and never give up on it. So it's all part of of one thing.
Tell me about control. So whether, you know, a
Yes.
farmer who plans all year long, and then when it comes to that harvest window, and or whether you're an athlete and you're on the starting line after all that, there are a series of factors that are simply out of your control, whether it's weather, whether it's suddenly your stomach is upset or whatever. What is your approach to control?
I think control is very interesting because it's always a balance of what you can control and what you can't control. And I've learned that after my accident, of course. I couldn't control the accident, but I could control my answer to it. And then later on, as an athlete, it's all about trying to control everything that you can, but then be ready for everything that you can't control, and knowing when it's time to just let go.
Really?
As an athlete, you wake up the morning of your final, you cannot control, you know, the surface of the track, the temperature, the other competitors, you don't know what they're going to do. And you can spend so much energy and stress and anxiety thinking about all these things that you have no control on. And really, your job as a performer is to find answer to all these things that you can't control, but then focus on the things that you can control. You know, what is it that you can do? And it's interesting because it's very simple and everybody knows that, but to actually do it is the hardest thing. You know, I believe that if we can learn how to prepare the best that we can, prepare about everything, but at the same time letting it go and focus on what we can actually do and control. If we can learn to do that, it's great.
Thanks for talking with us.
Thanks.